as required by law and the National Police Service standing orders. Even more distressing is the report that while at Central Police Station, Mr. Ojwang was placed in a solitary cell where he allegedly hit his head against the wall in the cell. He was then rushed to Mbagathi County Referral Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The circumstances surrounding his death remain highly suspicious, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Ojwang was the only son, and his death has left his family devastated. Article 21 of the Constitution places an obligation on the state to observe, respect, protect, and fulfill the rights and fundamental freedoms of all individuals, including suspects in police custody. The unexplained death of Mr. Ojwang in a police cell demands full disclosure, accountability, and redress. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following. Number one, report on the circumstances that led to the death of Mr. Alfred Ojwang while in police custody at Central Police Station, including the legal basis for his arrest and reasons for his placement in solitary confinement. Number two, the justification for the transfer of Mr. Ojwang from Homa Bay County to Nairobi County, contrary to the provisions of the law. Number three, the current status of investigations by the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, into the death of Mr. Ojwang, including whether an autopsy or inquest has been conducted, and lastly, the immediate administrative and disciplinary actions that have been taken against officers who apprehended and transferred the deceased to Nairobi and those who were on duty during the incident. I thank you, Honorable Speaker. And let me thank you, Honorable Speaker. Yesterday, you added your voice to this subject, and it is a testament that you are concerned on the plight and aspirations of the Kenyan people. And more importantly, you pushed for an impartial probe to be quickly carried out. And I thank you, Honorable Speaker, and we hope that an in-depth analysis of all the matters surrounding this death will be unraveled in good time. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, Honorable Passaris had also filed a request to seek a similar statement. And before I give you an opportunity to joyride on that, I acknowledge in the Speaker's gallery Nairobi Muslim Academy from Langata constituency, Nairobi, the SEK Junior School from Starehe, Nairobi, and Gakoe Mixed Secondary School from Gatundu North, Kiambu. Passaris.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first allow me to pass my condolences to the family members of the late Albert Ojwang. Mr. Speaker, the autopsy results are already out, and it shows that he went through a really brutal death, and it's really sad. We're in a month where we want reparation and healing. We want this country to move forward. And I know that this is going to anger a lot of Kenyans. What I ask for is absolute expedition of the investigation, and I ask for the police for once to stand for the people of Kenya, to stand for justice, and to change their ways. Because if we try and play around with this case, it will not be good. The Right Honorable Raila Odinga has issued a statement on the same. It is time for us to address the wrongs and the rot that we have in the police service. But it's not all the policemen. I want people to know, I've seen on social media, people calling for burning of police stations, attacking politicians. I want Kenyans to understand we're in this together. The police force is not all bad. The police force is there to serve us. So as we give condolences, as we ask for investigation.
Under the new constitution is no longer a force, it's a service.
Yes, actually, yes, I understand that, Mr. Speaker. Thanks for the correction. I just pray that the family finds peace and that we can do something right now to bring justice to this young man and all the lost souls that we've had in our country. Police brutality should end. The police should do what they're mandated to do and do it within the rule of the law as mandated and asked for by the President. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Bowen, on the same.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to support the question by the Honorable Jared. And Mr. Speaker, my condolences to the family, the Honorable member.
Is Jared Okello is not a lady?
Okello, yes.
Yes.
So, Mr. Speaker, let me say this.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, it is very sad that a young man who just wrote something on a social media had to die. Mr. Speaker, when in Kerio Valley, bandits are brutalizing people, killing women and children, and there is nothing happening to them. Just because someone has written something on a social media, Mr. Speaker, and now his life is not there. Mr. Speaker, I want to ask the security heads in the country, Mr. Speaker, to take this matter very seriously. And Mr. Speaker, we want to condole with the family of Ojwang and ask IPOA to make sure that they investigate this matter and make sure those who are involved, Mr. Speaker, are brought to book. And Mr. Speaker, at the same time, Mr. Speaker, many of us here from the North Rift, Mr. Speaker, what people are going through there in the hands of bandits. And the police are just joyriding around town here, looking for people who are writing Twitter, writing on Facebook, and this one. They are not going for those bandits. So, Mr. Speaker, they must take their work very seriously.
Thank you. Meli Odhiambo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I also wish to give my condolences to the family of the late Ojwang on his unfortunate demise at the hands of some rogue officers. Mr. Speaker, indeed it is unfortunate that at this time, after we passed a new constitution making the police service a service, that we still have people who are behaving in the manner that we have seen. Mr. Speaker, I'd want to call on the President to ensure that the police that have been found to be behind the death of Ojwang and who are actually tainting the name of the police should be charged and should be prosecuted, and it should be fast, because justice delayed is justice denied. The problem is we have seen in this country sometimes people are arrested, and when their angers go down, then the case disappears. To show seriousness, this case should be fast-tracked. And Mr. Speaker, if IPOA is not in a position to, occasionally the government has actually employed the services of external forces and external investigators. For us to have confidence, perhaps the government may need to even consider that, because it's really, really unfortunate that a young person should be killed in this manner. And Mr. Speaker, I just want to tell the public, sometimes I know the frustration of the public, but the members of Parliament are not the ones who are responsible for the death. We are actually feeling the same pain. And Mr. Speaker, for those of us who come from Homa Bay County, we even feel it more because this is our county. And so we don't want people in our county to be killed, even Kenyans to be killed, but especially people from Homa Bay County. We are only just the other day we lost Honorable Ngondowere. Now we are losing this man who is almost a neighbor to Honorable Ngondowere. So, Mr. Speaker, we want to see seriousness in the way the government deals with this. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Murugara.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, also allow me to join the rest of the House and Kenyans in conveying condolences to the family of the late Albert Ojwang. Indeed, it's very sad to have lost such a young man in circumstances which are unclear, which in those circumstances themselves puts our National Police Service into question, especially when they give a statement which on the face of it does not make sense. Honorable Speaker, we urge the service, IPOA, and everyone who is investigating to actually do the best they can to unravel the ministry, to unravel the mystery so that justice is served on the family of this young boy who passed away in those circumstances. Sometimes we wonder why the police service actually has to conduct itself in the way it is doing. And what begs the question is whether their syllabus has changed since the days pre-colonial, or even the colonial days. Because we know very well during the state of emergency, we had these extrajudicial killings. Has this been carried on even up to today? Are there officers, whether senior or junior, who are giving instructions to have young boys executed? These are the questions we ask ourselves, and it is the high time we looked at the qualifications and the training of our police officers. Maybe there may be something wanting, the entry point level and the training they get at Kiganjo. Times have changed. We must now live to expectation. Justice must be done at all times, and we must condemn extrajudicial killings to the fullest. It should not be allowed, it should not be condoned, and this House should continue to condemn it day in, day out. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, this is by all means a very serious matter. Yesterday, yours truly here and others spoke to it in the same manner that you are speaking. The chairman of Security Committee, this matter is causing a lot of anxiety, and the explanations coming out, for those of you who have read the book Steve Biko, it sounds like a Steve Biko story. And I would want to direct the chairman of Security. I know Thursday is budget day, but we have half an hour before budget starts. You will bring a preliminary report and statement to the House on Thursday at 2:30 to inform the House and the country the progress so far made in the investigations and some response to the issues raised by the Honorable Jared Okello on behalf of Ifo Bara, the Honorable Pasaris, Mili, Morugara, and Bowen. And I know many members have issues on this. Hold your horses. When the statement comes on Thursday, I'll give you an opportunity. Tongoyo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Well guided. And just like the rest of us and majority of Kenyans, I want also to pass my condolences to the family. It is extremely very unfortunate incident, Honorable Speaker, that a young Kenyan dies in the hand of the police and where is actually supposed to be safe. Honorable Speaker, as you are guided, I want to confirm to you and Kenyans and this House that we are all disturbed. And this morning, we had already written, of course, and the clerk has even signed the letter to summon the IG and the IPOA to brief the committee on behalf of this House on what has happened and the update on the investigation, so that by the afternoon, as you instructed, I will be able to give at least a preliminary report on the same, Honorable Speaker.
I encourage you not to wait for them to brief you.
Yes.
I encourage you to interrogate them.
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, actually, what I wanted to, if it is even possible, the members who raised issues here, they can as well even appear and, of course, give support to the committee to really, because, Honorable Speaker, heads must roll.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thursday at 2:30.
Yes.
Honorable members in the public gallery, We have Kabungut Boys School, Bomet Central, Bomet. Solai Day School from Rongai, Nakuru. Mukuri Girls High School for Mara, Tarakaniti. On my behalf and on behalf of the whole House, we welcome the schools, their students, their teachers, and all those accompanying them to the House of Parliament. Responses to statements. Administration, Tongoyo, to the statement by Doris Donya. Is Donya in the House? Donya, is she in the House? Yes, there she is. Go on.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And as well as I respond to the statement being sought by Honorable Donya, Honorable Speaker, I need your indulgence. Also here with me, Honorable Speaker, you remember last week you did instruct me to update the House on the latest investigation report in inquiry on the alleged abduction of George Nguibori, the Member of Parliament for Juja constituency.
Honorable Tongoyo, today is a supply day. We're going into the committee at 3:30. The Koimburi matter, I can see you with the volumes of files.
Very thorough investigation, Honorable Speaker.
You will do that tomorrow. Okay. Go ahead and respond to Donya in the shortest time possible, because we have to go into committee at 3:30.
Well guided, Honorable Speaker.
Bring your volumes tomorrow.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Well guided. Honorable Speaker, in response to the question, a statement being sought by Honorable Member of Parliament for Kisii on the tragic death of Sylvia Kimonto and the escalating cases of gender-based violence, I want to start, and the member in particular wanted to know circumstances that led to the killing of Miss Sylvia Kimonto and how the suspect accessed the victim's room at the university, and the status of investigation and the action being taken to prosecute the perpetrators, and the immediate and long-term measures put in place within the institution of higher learning to guarantee the safety of students, particularly female students who remain disproportionately vulnerable. Honorable Speaker, I state as follows. In September 2024, Eric Mutinda Philip, the suspect, and the Sylvia Kimonto, the deceased, were both admitted to Multimedia University of Kenya to pursue a degree program in electronic engineering and the mathematics for computer sciences, respectively. The two became friends and developed an intimate relationship. However, on February same year, their relationship deteriorated, leading to separation. On the 28th March, Eric Mutinda traveled to his sister's residence in Kasarani, sub-county, for a long weekend visit, where he stayed until 30th March. Upon return, he proceeded to his room in Block E, hostel room 301, where he found his two roommates. While preparing for a scheduled hiking trip to Ololua picnic site, Eric realized he was missing a chest bag that he needed for the trip. In search of the bag, he went to Sylvia Kimondo's room, room 90, located in Block B. At the same, Sylvia was alone doing laundry since her roommate, Abigail Salama, had gone to church outside the university. During this encounter, Eric attempted to reconcile with her, urging her to resolve the issue that had led to their breakup. Despite his persistent efforts, Sylvia's family declined to rekindle the relationship. The situation escalated into a heated argument, and the suspect strangled Sylvia, resulting in her death. He then placed the body into a green media-sized suitcase belonging to the deceased and moved the suitcase to his own room. Later that day, he dumped the body in a rooftop water reservoir tank on the Block B. Honorable Speaker, on the status of investigation, Ms. Sylvia Ayaya reported the disappearance of her daughter on the 1st April at Langata Police Station, VIDE or bin number 3114 of 2025. Ms. Ayaya revealed that in her search for Sylvia, she had visited the university and checked her daughter's hostel room, While there, she tried to reach out Eric Mutinda, hoping he could shed the light on Sylvia's last known movement. However, the suspect refused to disclose any information. On the 2nd April, the university security team conducted a search within the campus. During the search, they discovered a body dumped inside a rooftop reservoir tank at Block B hostel. The university's management immediately reported the matter to the DCI Langata. At about 6, a team of officers from the DCI homicide and the DCI headquarters crime scene investigation, the Nairobi area, responded to the scene. The key evidence was collected from the scene, and upon examination, the body was positively identified as that of the Sylvia. The suspect then attended a church service at Jesus is Alive Ministries in Nairobi and gave Sylvia's mobile phone as an offering, after which he traveled to his family rural home in Sultan Hamud Township, Makueni. While at his rural home in a company with his father and mother, news came out in national television about the discovery of a body within Multimedia University rooftop reservoir tank, and it was at this point when he confessed how he killed the deceased before dumping the body in a water tank. Subsequently, his parents escorted him to Sultan Hamud Police Station, where he was booked under OB number 444-2025. The DCI homicide detectives collected the suspect from Sultan Hamud Police Station. During the interrogation, he confessed to the murder and also led investigators to the church where he had given the Sylvia's mobile phone as an offering. DNA samples from both the suspect and the deceased were submitted to the government chemist for forensic analysis. And on the 8th, the postmortem was conducted by the chief government pathologist, Dr. Johnson Odur, which revealed that the cause of death was asphyxia due to leakage strangulation along the blunt force injury to the head. Investigation established that Eric Mutinda acted alone with a motive identified as a relationship-related dispute. He was subsequently transferred to Capitol Hill Police Station and later presented before Kibera Law Court for a miscellaneous application. The court granted 21 days custodial order to allow the completion of the investigation. The DCI homicide team is working in close collaboration with the Office of the DPP to ensure appropriate charges are preferred on the suspect. The matter is scheduled for mention on the 28th April 2025, when the suspect, Eric Mutinda, will be formally charged with the offense of murder, contrary to Section 203, as read together with Section 204 of the Penal Code. And I think that should be sufficient, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Donya, this matter appears to be a homicide case already before court. So you should tread carefully so that what you say and ask now does not prejudice the criminal proceedings before court. You may seek a clarification if you wish.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm well conversant with that. I did media law, and what the chair has said is very correct. I've been following on the matter. This time, the statement has really been captured very well. I appreciate that response, Mr. Speaker, and if you could allow me, people don't know the direct line for gender-based violence. Sometimes they want to report, they don't know the number. So if I can share the number, Mr. Speaker, it can help. And if also them, they expedite on acting on GBV matters. The number is 1195. Simple, and it works. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Donya. Chair Housing and Chair National Cohesion, you will give your responses tomorrow at 2:30. Honorable Joseph Tonui is in the house. You will get your response, Honorable Member, tomorrow afternoon. Abdul Haro, You'll get your response tomorrow afternoon. Honorable members, before we call the next order, allow me to acknowledge Nairi Mirimo Primary School from Samburu East. Samburu is in the public gallery. I welcome the students, their teachers, and whoever is accompanying them to the house. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 8, procedural motion, extension of sitting time until conclusion of business.
Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, like I say, today is Committee of Supply. And because of that, Honorable Speaker, I beg that pursuant to Standing Order 33A, this House orders that should the time appointed for adjournment of the House be reached before conclusion of business under Order number 10, the sitting shall stand extended until conclusion of the business appearing under Order number 10. That is Committee of Supply. Honorable Speaker, this is one of those prime duties that we must conduct as a House. Honorable Speaker, if you allow Honorable Senior Ojwang.
Order, Honorable Ojwang.
Ojwang.
Member for Oraka.
Yes, Senior. Yes.
That is better.
Yes, and this is his forte. He loves this Committee of Supply. So we have that today. So prepare your guns on this, Honorable Speaker. This is very important debate. This is very important work that we do. Budget cannot be budget without Committee of Supply. The money that we will appropriate here cannot be issued out unless we have Committee of Supply, where we supply every department with funds that they require to run the next financial year. Honorable Speaker, this is noble duty, noble task. And therefore we request, in the event that we do not finish before close of business today, we extend time to ensure that we complete the business and ensure that we leave today when we have supplied all the money, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, having said that, I know the Honorable Millie Odhiambo is one who participates very much in this debate, and therefore I'll request her to second me on approving the procedural motion to extend time of sitting until conclusion of the debate.
Honorable Millie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I do second that this is a very straightforward procedural motion just to extend time. I do second.
Thank you. Members on their feet, take your seats. Order. Honorable members, I now propose the question at order number 8, which is that pursuant to the Standing Order 33A, this House orders that should the time appointed for adjournment of the House be reached before conclusion of business under Order number 10, the sitting shall stand extended until conclusion of the business appearing under Order number 10, Committee of Supply. Put the question. I now put the question at order number 8, order, which is that pursuant to Standing Order 33A, this House orders that should the time appointed for adjournment of the House be reached before conclusion of business under Order number 10, the sitting shall stand extended until conclusion of the business appearing under Order number 10, Committee of Supply. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, what it means now is that you will go on with the committee up to midnight. If you do not finish, then you will go on tomorrow morning. So we'll allow the proceedings to go on up to midnight. That's the end of the day. Today, 1 minute past midnight is tomorrow. So at midnight, we stop the clock. Tomorrow in the morning, if we are not finished, we have to get back to the committee so that we can finish, because whatever you are doing will inform and be part of the highlights of the budget statement by the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury on Thursday afternoon. Next order.
Order number 9, motion. Consideration of the budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026. Third and final allotted day, question to be put.
Order, members on their feet, take your seats. Honorable Naika, take the nearest seat. Order, Honorable Wako, take your seat. Honorable members, I'll now put the question at order number 9, which is that this House adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on its consideration of the estimates of revenue and expenditure and the medium term for the financial year 2025-26, laid on the table of the House on Wednesday, 4th June 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 221 of the Constitution, Section 39 of the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and Standing Order 239-1, approves the issuance of a sum of Kenya shillings 2,538,593,978,440 from the Consolidated Fund to meet the expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of the votes contained in the first schedule, subject to paragraph 3, Committee of Supply. 2, makes the policy and financial resolutions contained in the second schedule to the order paper. And 3, orders that the Speaker do now leave the chair to facilitate the consideration of the said budget estimates with respect to each vote and program in the Committee of Supply as contemplated under Standing Order 240, consideration of estimates in the Committee of Supply. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. Honorable GK. Yeah.
Honorable Speaker.
Horses, GK, hold your horses.
Parliament sijui huko chini. Not necessary, to not even sit well with you. Ati wewe ni coordinator alafu unatolewa, ukikuja unaanza kuambiwa ni position gani iko chini huku. Atufichwe. But you know that's what it happens. That's what happens anyway.
Next order.
Order number 10, Committee of Supply.
Order, honorable members, will you be upstanding?
Honorable members, we are now in the Committee of Supply on the budget estimates for the financial year 2025-2026.
Vote 1011, Executive Office of the President.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 5,372,401,534 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1011.
Programs under vote 1011, 1. Government printing services. 2. General administration, planning and support services. 3. Government advisory services. And 4. Leadership and coordination of government services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1011 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1011 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings. Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under the vote as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable members, I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 5,372,401,534 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1011. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1012, Office of the Deputy President.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 3,072,134,559 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1012.
Program under vote 1012, Deputy President Services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1012 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Yes, Honorable Ounda.
Chair, probably would thank you for this opportunity. Allow us to ask the Chair of Budget and Appropriation Committee to basically explain to the people of Kenya why would an office have close to 3 billion for recurrent expenditure and only 100 million for development. We need to explain what does this office of the Deputy President does that requires a whopping 3 billion. And there are no drugs in hospitals, there's no capitation in schools, people are being killed every day and night. We need to be explained what is this thing all about. Thank you, Chair.
Chairperson Budget, you want to respond? Or let me give Mheshimiwa Makali first, and then I'll come to the chairperson.
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chairperson, I want to associate myself with the comments by Dr. Undo that even though I'm a member of the Budget Committee, I think really we've said many times it's good to get our priorities right. I hope the money we are putting here is not the money we are seeing being distributed to Kenyans all over the country. I believe this money will be put in the right use because we said Harambes will not allow them. So I hope this money will be, is not that money, Honorable Chair, as even we support.
Majority Leader, do you want to say something? No, let's just, that was question was being asked to the Budget Chair. Majority Leader, do you want to still say something, Honorable Owen? Okay, Honorable Atandi, proceed.
Madam Chair, before I respond, I would like to ask Honorable Tongoyo to just respond briefly, then I'll conclude. The Chairman of Security.
Okay, Honorable Tongoyo.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, and I want to really confirm that Makalu is a member of Budget Committee, and he was there when I was actually defending the committee. And I can confirm to the House and to the country that the money allocated to these votes are prudently used. And actually, Honorable Chair, when you compare the monies in this vote in the current office holder versus the money that was allocated in the previous office holder, it's actually less by almost 30%. Yeah? So I just ask members to be objective. Let's not bring politics into this. We all know the office holder is not the first one in this office, and the money is allocated there for the good use of the country.
Honorable Atandi, proceed.
Yes.
Let's allow
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Atandi first to answer.
Honorable Speaker, let me first of all say that the budgets under this vote, we have really rationalized this vote. If you remember, Madam Speaker, the previous holder used to have 5 billion under this vote, under this office. And today we are having only about 3 billion. Honorable Speaker, Madam Chair, this is a constitutional office. The Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya is an office that is assisting the President around the country. It is not an office where somebody is spending money without work. And this is the person who assists the President to manage the affairs of the country, Honorable Speaker. So this vote is justified, and in fact, the office requires even more. We had to rationalize this vote to in line with the revenue projections that we are having at the moment. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under the vote 10-12 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 3,72,134,559 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and developmental expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 10-12. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 10-13, Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 866,803,092 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 10-13.
Program under vote 10-13, Government Coordination and Supervision.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 10-13 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 10-13 as read out in the and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 866 1,803,092 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1013. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1014, State Department for Parliamentary Affairs.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 363,508,889 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1014.
Programs under vote 1014. 1. Parliamentary liaison and legislative affairs. 2. Policy coordination and strategy. And 3. General administration planning and support services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1014 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question. Honorable Makali.
Yeah, thank you so much, Madam Chairperson. What I was saying, Madam Chairperson, if you listen to what the programs are, and these are the issues we are raising, Madam Chair. Coordination, administration. We are saying even as we do this, we could do better in terms of prioritization. I don't think some of these things, really, Madam Chair, will not make a lot of sense to a country where we are facing serious challenges in terms of health and education, even as we support.
Honorable Awunda.
Chair, I find the programs under this vote extremely interesting, and more so to say, Honorable Chair, they actually contravene the Constitution of Kenya. I mean, Article 95 all the way provides that the work of Parliament belongs to members of Parliament. So what else are we doing here in this particular office? What kind of legislation? Yet all the bills that come in this house are under the majority leader. These are duplication and a terrible waste of national resources that could be better used to solve the myriad of problems that we have in this country. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Yes, Honorable Owen Baya.
You know, the Honorable Oundo, Professor, needs to be educated on how a bill starts. The office that is mandated with liaising with Parliament, you know, the bill bears the name of the majority leader. But the majority leader just has the mandate to table it here. But there's a whole process that starts from cabinet, that starts from many ministries and all that. Before a bill is born to be a bill under the name of the majority leader, that bill has traversed and resources are required and resources are needed for it to become a bill to be tabled in this house. So, Honorable Speaker, even the bill that we are looking at now has not been authored or done by it's a whole process. So, Honorable Oundo, please step down the politics, look at the national agenda, look at the whole country, and let's move forward instead of raising mundane issues on an important issue called supply. Supply, Honorable Speaker, and I want to educate my brother, supply is supply. We will do it. Come and question the budget. Let's handle the supply.
I put the question that the programs under the vote 1014 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding 363,508,889 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1014. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1015, State Department for Performance and Delivery Management.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 701,404,489 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1015.
Programs under vote 1015. 1. Public Service Performance Management. 2. General Administration, Planning and Support Services. 3. Service Delivery and Management. And 4. Coordination and Supervision of Government.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1015 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1015 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 701,404,489 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1015. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1016. State Department for Cabinet Affairs.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 228,723,204 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1016.
Program under vote 1016, Cabinet Affairs Services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1016 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1016 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 228,723,204 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1016. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1017, State House.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 8,578,908,099 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1017.
Program under vote 1017, State House Affairs.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1017 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Honorable Mbui. Honorable Nyikal.
Chair.
Let me give Honorable Nyikal.
Whereas I don't propose, I think in future, even this one, we should have the programs. This is a lot of money, 8 billion. Really, we need to know what is it that is being done. Just State House Affairs is not adequate way of explaining to the public what we are doing with the money.
Yes, Honorable Makali.
You know, Madam Chairperson.
Let me give those who have
even under the
intervention.
Even under the Committee of Supplies, and we have been in this house for long, there is no harm making observations on this budget because we want to improve the process. Like under this photo of the State House, Madam Chair, what we are saying is we support it, but Deputy Minority Leader, we have so many mini state houses in this country. We should ask ourselves, are we getting value for money? And this is what we are saying, even as we do them, can we do due diligence to make sure that wherever they are, we are getting, because they have employees, they have staff members and everybody, it becomes very expensive. And we are saying we could make better use of some of these resources. It's not that we are opposing, but these are important observations, so that as we go to the future, we have a record of what we are saying. We support Honorable Chair.
Yeah, Honorable Chepkonga.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to support this. And I think Honorable Nyekala has just requested just to know. If you are turned to the next page, Madam Chair, you will see under State House, for capital expenditure is 894 million shillings, not a lot of money, as compared to recurrent expenditure of 7.6 billion. So most of it is going towards recurrent expenditure. It is not even for development, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker. So I support.
Okay, honorable members, I now put the question that, yes, Honorable, I didn't see, you don't have your card.
No, I have.
Honorable TJ, proceed.
It was just, yeah.
Just press the intervention button, yes.
Yes, Madam Chair, Honorable Nyekal is asking a valid question, but of course he knows that, for example, members of the Western Caucus last week, it's a public knowledge that they went to State House. That nyamachoma costs money. Yes, that nyamachoma costs money. But I think Honorable Nyekal is asking a valid question, that can this all nyamachomas be costed? So that we know that nyamachoma is so much, and chicken is so much, and ugali is so much, so that we have a program-based budget.
Thank you, honorable members. Honorable Launda.
Yeah, Chair. Again, let's be very clear. Honorable Baya has misled the country. The budget's being made now. The other time was just a committee report. So allow us to highlight what we think are areas of points of concern. While I accept that the presidency needs to run and function so that the country remains united, but combined the two, Honorable Chair, the Deputy President and the President having a recurrent expenditure of close to 11 billion looks obscene in a situation where we have tight physical environment. I hope those who are in charge will save some of that money so that when, as TJ says, we are given enough nyamachoma and tea whenever we visit State House. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1017, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Honorable, will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 8,578,908,099 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1017. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1018, State Department for National Government Coordination.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 244,266,125 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1018.
Program under Vote 1018, Government Coordination and Supervision.
I propose the question that the programs under Vote 1018, as read out, and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1018, as read out, and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 244,266,125 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1018. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1023, State Department for Correctional Services.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 22 billion 344 million 709,553 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1024. This is? Honorable members, allow me to take that again. I jumped to vote 1024 instead of vote 1023. So we are on vote 1023. I propose, I'll let you read it out first.
Vote 1023, State Department for Correctional Services.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 38 billion 108 million 310,239 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1023.
Programs under vote 1023. 1. General Administration Planning and Support Services. 2. Prison Services. And 3. Probation and Aftercare Services.
I propose the question that the program under vote 1023 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Yes, Mheshimiwa
Much as we are appropriating these finances to this State Department of Correctional Services, a very dangerous statement was made recently by one of the advisors to the president, to the extent that people were buying positions to get into the prison service, which is a very dangerous thing, and the government must stop embarrassing itself and give Kenyans what belongs to them, especially young Kenyans who want to join these forces. We want to plead with the government to investigate that because it came from a very senior advisor, Honorable Kuria, advisor to the president, that people are buying these positions to get into the prison service.
Thank you. I put the question that the programs under vote 1023 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 38 billion 108 million 310,239 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1023. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1024, State Department for Immigration and Citizen Services.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 22 billion 344 million 709,653 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1024.
Programs under vote 1024. 1. Migration and Citizen Services Management. 2. Population Management Services. and 3, general administration and planning.
I propose the question that the program, allow me to put the question and propose the question, then we can get to debate. I will give you an opportunity. So I propose the question that the programs under vote 1024 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Okay, Honorable Karoli, now you can comment.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I'm quite interested in getting to be updated or appraised whether we have made provision for issuance of ID cards to students while still in school, free of charge in the ensuing financial year. I would like to hear that from the chair of that committee. Thank you.
Chair, budget, is it you or Honorable Tongoyo? Honorable Tongoyo? The question is, have you provided for ID cards? For students particularly?
We have provided money for the same, but Honorable Chair, it's never enough. That is why we keep employing this House to keep adding the resources so that we can able to provide the same.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, my members, I now put the question that the programs... Yes, Honorable Karoli, you're not satisfied?
I'm not satisfied. It would have been better if the Honorable Chair told us how much provision they have made for issuance of ID cards to students in school and what the shortfall is, so that we can prepare ourselves, other than having a generalization as an answer. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Member for Kwanza? The mic is behind you. Oh, there you are.
No, it's here. I got it. Chair, I think let's be more detailed, because we are passing some of these expenses in departments that we know, but we want the details from the budget committee, the details of the functions, whatever it is. Because it looks like we are just passing these things without even getting the details. That involves the 3-4 functions, and that's it. Can we get the details from the budget one by one, so can be able to approve whatever is coming before us with the details? We are not just going to pass it just because it has come and you have to pass it.
Member for Kwanza, I think if you look at your order paper, some of the last pages, it has the details explained, so that you can say this is written here, but we need a further explanation. Yes, yes, Honorable TJ.
Madam Chair, is the member for Suba South? Suba South. Is he in order to imply that children in secondary schools should be provided with IDs? What is the average, really, what is the average age of a child in school in the present education system? Is he implying that 16-year-olds and 15-year-olds should be given IDs?
Yes, Honorable Bayer.
To respond to the member for Kwanza, Honorable Speaker, it is very important, and maybe to contribute to the general debate, that the Committee of Supply has 3 documents. The first document that we see here, and then the second document, which is the first schedule, and then there's also the third schedule. Honorable Speaker, if you want to understand what Committee of Supply is, you must look at all the 3 documents, so that you don't have to ask these questions of, can we get the details and all that, because the details are in the third schedule. And we need, Honorable Speaker, to have people to look at all those documents so that we can move in sync. The Committee of Supply can take longer than necessary, Honorable Speaker, if we go through the way we are going. Yes. It's long and tedious, Honorable Speaker, but we need to look at all documents, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Wamboka.
Madam Chair, budget making process is so important. So important for the honorable member not to say what he's saying, that we just need to go through it very quickly. No. Even if we take a month, even if we take how many days,
we must interrogate the budget in detail. There is nothing wrong for Honorable Karoli asking those details. Yeah, and by the way, this thing is so bulky. If a member has to, at one point, look at this, what is being proposed here, and then he has to go to the other side, it will take forever. So relax, Honorable Baya. We must interrogate the budget. Okay. Yeah, you have out of order. You have no point.
Honorable Owino, member for Diwa.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Honorable member is misleading us. Yes. Yes. What we are looking for is the Schedule 2, which should have vote and programs. That's where the problem is. You just write like the State House. The State House is not a program. We need those programs spelled out, even as we support.
Honorable members, and I think maybe there is a fourth document members should always look at, is what was given at the committee reports. So, yes, Honorable Makali.
You know, Madam Chair, it's important that we get the process right. The country moved from itemized budget to program budgeting. So if you want to see in details, you must go to the printed books. So you can't be demanding those things when we are here, because we moved from itemized to program budgeting. And that's why we are discussing about programs. But you know, you don't want to give me a chance to talk, and the deputy minority is misleading the House. This is my area where I specialize. So you need to consult me on matters budget.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1024, program under Vote 1024, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 22,344,709,653 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1024. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Honorable Carol, on the issue of ID card of the school children, those who attain age of 18.
That's obvious.
Yeah, I wanted to confirm that we had allocated 1.6 billion.
That's obvious.
Because
yes.
I see majority even seated in the chamber.
Thank you.
And I think it's good to report that. Thank you.
Vote 1025, National Police Service.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 127 billion 91,374,077 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1025.
Program under Vote 1025, Policing Services.
I propose the question that the programs under Vote 1025, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. What's your point of order, Honorable Mwenje?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I want to bring to your attention this issue of, or just to discuss the vote on 1025, the 127 million. Honorable Chair, we have the chair of the Security Committee here. And Chair, one of the issues that was raised in one of the votes before that was passed on correctional services regarding recruitment of prison constables. Now, Chair, in this vote, it confirms there will be recruitment. If you look at it into detail, there will be recruitment of police officers in the 400, I believe, sub-counties. Honorable Chair, I would beg the House that we get confirmation from the Chair that the recruitment of the police officers will not be what happened before. They will be recruited from the sub-counties, and only the locals from that sub-county will be eligible. What we saw before, we saw in my constituency, we saw some strangers coming, then they run around, they are recruited, and then they leave with the people who brought them. Can we get assurance? Because if we don't get that assurance, then we should not pass this budget for recruitment of new police officers. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Alwatch, you have not had a chance. Let me give Honorable Alwatch. Olwatch, sorry.
Thank you, Chair. As I support the vote under this program, I needed to get an assurance from the Chair of the Security Committee as to whether the program budget, including the additional monies that are being asked for, includes new police stations that have recently been included. I can see in the Schedule 2 we have Schedule 3, a number of police stations where we are asking for additional money, and I'm asking this in relation to my neighbor constituency and other constituencies within Nairobi where I know new police stations were operationalized and put in place. Please confirm that this program-based budget has the monies allocated to enable these police stations to operate. Otherwise, I support.
Okay, honorable members. Yes, Honorable Shakir, I think you haven't had a chance.
Because I've...
Let's give other people a chance. Yeah.
Madam Chair, I want to resoundingly support this particular proposal. However, as you say, as has been said by others, it appears that they come and tell us it's going to be sub-counties. They come and tell us that it's going to be fair and professional, but we find that there are others who walk in and destroy our thing. So, although there's nothing to do with the budget, we want to make a comment that each sub-county gets its fair share of officers who are qualified. Thank you, ma'am.
Those who want to contribute, please press the intervention button. Honorable Johanna Ngeno.
Madam Speaker, just in support of this, Madam Speaker, the issue of recruitment is a very fundamental issue that must... The issue of recruitment, Madam Speaker, other than the allocation that you are allocating here, Madam Speaker, it doesn't make any sense for people to be paying money to be recruited or to be employed in these positions, Madam Speaker. So I wish this one should go down in history, that the department that deals with the recruitment be made to understand this year that we do not want any corruption in that particular sector. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I now put the question that the programs under vote 1025. I thought you had spoken on this. Okay, Honorable Wamboka, please, Honorable Wamboka, you're out of order. You just need to raise your hand and say you want to speak or press the intervention button. Yes, no, but I'm not going to have a back and forth with you. Honorable Mbui.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have only one concern because on this National Police Service, budget, that the National Police Service has, in the recent past, last year June and this year June, spent our money, taxpayers' money, and actually killed our youth, and this time they've also killed Albert Ojwang. I want to beg that as we appropriate money for the National Police Service, let them not use the money of taxpayers to kill our children. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Member for behind Wamboka. Okay, member for Embakasi.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, it is very important that we point out some of as we fund these sagas and departments. For example, the prisons came to Embakasi South constituency, the prisons department, and they came with 2 vehicles
some youth, some young people came in 2 vehicles. And then the people ran, and at the time of the recruitment, the 4 youth that came from those 2 vehicles are the ones that were recruited. And also a 1 young man. So the total of 5 people that were recruited by prisons were not people from Embakasi South. We must make sure that if they're going to recruit people from the constituency, only the people from that constituencies are recruited, not outsiders. The prison warden cannot come driving a car and then the youth get off his car, they come run, and then at the end of the tally, we are shown that they are the ones who have been picked. Second, the murder of Ojwang. We must stop killing our youth. We must stop killing our youth. There is no way that a young man is picked from Nyanza and is brought all the way to Nairobi, very healthy. The day before.
Honorable Mawathe, you're out of topic actually. Honorable Mawathe, you're out of topic. There was a statement issued today, earlier on.
About hitting his head.
Many members had a chance to respond to it. There is going to be a report being given next week. So stick to the Committee of Supply topic.
And of Madam Chair, it is important. This is of national interest. If there's a statement that's coming up, but it was wrong
the
for us.
statement already came up.
I know you said there's an additional point, and I hear you, and I'm fully guided. But the point still remains, the murder of Ojwang by hitting his head on the wall, that's not possible.
Okay, honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1025, as read out, and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 127 billion, 91 million, 374,077 be issued from the Consolidated Fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1025. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1026, State Department for Internal Security and National Administration.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 35 billion 874 million 503,186 be issued from the Consolidated Fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1026.
Programs under Vote 1026. 1. General Administration and Support Services. 2. Policy Coordination Services. And 3. National Government Field Administration Services.
I propose the question that the programs under Vote 1026, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1026, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 35 billion 874 million 503,186 be issued from the Consolidated Fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1026. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1032, State Department for Devolution.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 17 billion 246 million 352,790 be issued from the Consolidated Fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1032.
Program under Vote 1032, Devolution Services.
I propose the question that the programs under Vote 1032, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. What's your point of order, Honorable Mwenje?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, we need some clarity on this amount from the Chair of Budget. which I believe is what even the Honorable Wamboka is trying to find out, why this amount of 17 billion, which you can see is being referred to as recurrent and development, and you know very well this money, Honorable Chair, any money going to these counties is just being lost and plundered by these governors. They are purely just stealing money, and you know they've frozen the 10 billion that is supposed to come to RMLF. So perhaps the chair budget can clarify on this amount for devolution, and if it's not necessary, perhaps he can transfer this money to constituencies for development. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1032, as read out, and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question, will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 17 billion 246 million 352,790 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1032. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1033, State Department for Special Programs.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 609,495,880 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1033.
Program under vote 1033, Accelerated ASOL Development.
Member for Honorable Ngusia, let's wait to get to the debate stage. I haven't proposed the question, so hold your horses. I now propose the question that the program under vote 1033, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Okay, Honorable Ngusia, now you can have your go at it.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, based on the prevailing weather conditions in most of the arid and semi-arid areas, I think this money is so little, Chair, we need to mark it, and maybe in the future in supplementary budget we add more. So I think the special programs have been underfunded completely. 609 million is so little to meet the expectations of these marginalized areas. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I now put the questions that the programs under vote 1033, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 609,495,880 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1033. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1036, State Department for Arid and Semi-Arid Lands and Regional Development.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 11,238,825,658 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1036.
Programs under vote 1036. 1. Accelerated arid and semi-arid land development.
Is an amendment, Honorable Jane Kagiri.
Thank you, Chair.
Hold on a second before we get there. I propose the question that the program under vote 1036 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be amended, be approved. So now I'll give you a chance, Honorable Kagiri.
Chair, I beg to move that the first schedule be amended in vote 1036, in brackets State Department for Asals and Regional Development, under the program 0733000, accelerated asal development, by deleting the expression Kenya shillings 5,162,002,697, appearing in column 6, gross current estimates, and substituting therefore the expression Kenya shillings 4,802,002,697. Chair, allow me to explain that the National Council for Nomadic Education in Kenya, NACONEC, was mandated to promote access, retention, transition, and completion of basic education for learners in nomadic, marginalized, and other undeserved areas, specifically those in arid and semi-arid lands, that is the ASALs. Honorable Speaker, Laikipia happens to be one of those areas, and I believe for us to retain NACONEC to retain this budget at the Ministry of Education, it would enable NACONEC to ensure the alignment with education. We are not just feeding these children, but we are ensuring that they continue with their education. By allocating this money to the Department of ASAL, these are people who are detached from the system of education and may not be following through with what our children need to achieve. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, it's also good to remember that we are a country that is constrained on resources, and as the Ministry of Education monitors and evaluates other programs, it is good that NACONEC retains the feeding program, because that is a program that will be under the Ministry of Education. Chairperson, on sustainability, for how long can ASAL continue ensuring and monitoring that our children remain in school if they're the ones who are going to run the program? Honorable Chair, my humble amendment would be in regard to ensuring that this fund is returned to NACONEC under the Ministry of Education, so that we ensure our children are retained in schools. Of course, I know when it is ASALs, they don't appreciate that there are places like Kisargei in Laikipia County where our children have to be ensured they're going to school. And at the Ministry of Education, they know all their schools in these areas, and they'll be able to monitor which child did not come to school, how they are faring in their education, and how they're able to continue with their education. Chairperson, I move.
Thank you. I propose the question that the program accelerated arid and semi-arid. You let me propose the question first, and then you will have an opportunity. Honorable members, I propose the question that the program accelerated arid and semi-arid lands development under vote 1036 be amended as proposed. Okay, now, Honorable, who was that who wanted to speak? Yes, Honorable Ngongoyo.
Madam Speaker, I rise to support the amendment. Madam Speaker, coming from Kajiado, thank you, Chair. I rise to support the amendment because, Madam Speaker, anytime education in the ASAL region is a matter that has to be combined together with the issue of movement. And number two, we have a lot of schools in Kajiado that are boarding schools that are meant to facilitate children from the nomadic regions. So I rise to support this amendment. It will favor children, specifically during movement, Madam Speaker, and I want to agree with the Honorable Kagiri that this is the right direction. Let the money remain in the Ministry of Education, because we must cluster education together with these regions that are called the ASAL regions, and coming from Kajiado, this will be a beneficial attachment when it goes to the Ministry of Education. Thank you very much.
Yeah, member for Busia.
Thank you, Chair. I rise to support fully this the amendment because I come from a place where floods are frequent, and semi-arid areas like Funyula and Teso North. I spoke to the principals, and they've said that attendance has improved. Nutrition-wise, the students are looking even better. Academic performance has been improved as well, and just overall well-being. So this is a very good amendment. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Honorable members. Yes, Honorable Makali.
Yeah, you know, Madam Chairperson, I really have no problem with this amendment. But I think what is an issue of concern is, to me, this is a policy matter. That the money was with another body and is being moved to another body. I think really that matter needs to, because if my memory serves me well, the reason why the money was being moved from that particular organization to the ministry was because there was a bit of corruption. I don't think really that issue has been addressed by the mover of this amendment. Can we be told what is happening? Because I thought that it was being informed by the fact that the money was not being accounted for properly. So are we saying now that issue has been sorted out? And if not so, we can't return money where it has not been accounted for.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I rise to oppose that amendment. And I want to agree there have been issues on accountability, as Honorable Makali says. And Honorable Makali has been a very diligent member of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. To Honorable Speaker, there was a cabinet decision, a decision by cabinet to move that function from the Ministry of Education, and that has since not been rescinded. 3, Honorable Speaker, the Budget and Appropriations Committee has not even considered that particular amendment and agreed with it in committee in line with Article 114 of our Constitution. Therefore, strongly oppose that particular amendment, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair. And I can see the Chair of the Budget Committee preparing to say something. Chair Budget is preparing to speak.
But Chairperson Budget, this was approved by the Speaker and it was in the order paper. So what's the position?
Madam Chair, you know the Speaker may have approved it, but it did not pass through the Budget and Appropriations Committee, as has been explained by the Leader of Majority. So, Madam Speaker, the amendment is rejected and it falls.
Yes, Honorable, proceed.
Madam Speaker, I think the amendment is quite in order. You know, we are trying to insinuate that the Minister of Education, through NECNEC, has failed to perform its functions. Do we have a report in this House that really talks about the same, whereby we are talking about NECNEC has failed its core duties of managing these funds? We don't have that report. So if that is the case, and you know schools fall under the Minister of Education, as much as I know that the Minister of ASAL has capacity to do other things for the regions of ASAL, but these are matters about education, schools, and the Minister of Education through NECNEC is better placed to really handle this kind of funds. As we speak, we have no report that has been tabled in this House to talk otherwise about NECNEC's inability to handle these funds. I support the amendment.
I'll give Honorable Justice Keme.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. While I agree on the need to have the school feeding program in not only arid and semi-arid areas, but other parts of the country, this has been met with abuse and shifting it back to where it was domiciled, Madam Speaker, would not do justice to the people of this country. So much as Honorable Kagiri has given us fundamental reasons for supporting it to go back, I disagree myself because the process has been abused and it has only benefited a few people. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Member for Laikipia, you'll be the last and then we can let the House vote.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, allow me to remind this Honorable House that it is not the duty of our children to suffer on behalf of corrupt individuals in this country. If there's a challenge at NECNEC, action needs to be taken on the individuals who mismanaged money. However, it should not be our children who are in arid and semi-arid areas who are supposed to suffer on their behalf. Number 2, Honorable Speaker, when we are told about a cabinet decision, the legislature is what directs the executive, and never has the executive been the one to direct the legislature. Honorable Speaker, we will not allow our children in arid and semi-arid areas to suffer on behalf of corrupt individuals. Deal with the individuals, but give our children the food in the streams that they deserve to get it in. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the proposed amendment may sound good, but my fear is that it is subject to Article 114, which says that such an amendment to be moved must have the prior approval and report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, and the Budget and Appropriations Committee must have the approval of the Cabinet Secretary in charge of National Treasury. So I think it may be well-meaning, but we need your guidance on whether it can proceed in the manner proposed.
Okay, let me, Chairperson, budget.
Madam Chair, let me repeat myself and say that this particular amendment did not pass through our committee. And it was not processed through the Budget and Appropriations Committee. And therefore, we want to urge you to decline the amendments. Yeah.
It's not for me to decline the amendments. You're going to vote as the House. Honorable Makilap. And then we'll come to member for Kwanza.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise, Madam Speaker, NACONEC is founded through an amendment of Education Act. So if it has to be moved to another ministry, then there is need for amendment of that act that created NACONEC and the Ministry of Education. Madam Speaker, so which way can we move a body to another institution without amending the act that created it? If it is still the same act under the Ministry of Education, then how did you move it to another area without amending the parent act that created it? Madam Speaker, that is point of law.
Member for Kwanza.
Madam Speaker, I think let's have some interest. The ASAL and the regional development authorities are two different things. I want to give you my background. I was managing director for two parastatals, regional development authorities. And the two are completely different. So what I think we should do, separate the regional development authority and then we put ASAL have its own accord. Because regional development authority during Kibaki's time was one of the best regional coordination for development of this country. But now I think as it is, I know there's some money which has been put there. I think, Madam Speaker, I want us to agree so that I can separate the two. Regional development authorities is a different things altogether as opposed to ASAL integration. So I want this to be separated so that it can be able to move forward. Regional development authorities are very important for
Member for Madare.
development.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. The proposed amendment may be very well-meaning, but unfortunately, Honorable Chair, this is a matter within the remit of the Chair or the Speaker to give direction on, since the matter of the provision of the Constitution, which is a condition precedent, it is not even a matter to which we can vote, Madam Chair. It is not subject to a vote. It is a matter within the remit of the Chair to rule on. Did we comply with 114 or not? That is the matter before you, Madam Chair.
What's your point of order, Honorable Kagiri?
Chairperson, I withdraw.
What are you withdrawing? Just make it clear. Yes, what are you, just be clear, you're withdrawing?
The amendment.
To vote? Just
1036, State Department for Asals and Regional Development, under the program 0733-000, Accelerated Asal Development, by deleting the expression 5,162,002,697, appearing in column 6, gross current estimates and substituting therefore the expression Kenya shillings 4,802,2,697 to allow for consultation.
Honorable Kagiri, okay, so you have withdrawn this one under vote 1036, but it was also amending, it was also affecting 1066. So are you withdrawing also 1066?
Chairperson, I also withdraw the second amendment on vote 1066.
Okay. So we just proceed without amendments. So call out the program, please.
Programs under vote 1036. 1. Accelerated arid and semi-arid lands development. 2. General administration planning and support services. And 3. Integrated regional development.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the programs under vote 1036, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under vote 1036, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 11,238,825,658 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1036. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1041, Minister of Defense.
Honorable members, before we proceed, allow me to welcome students who are seated in the public gallery from Chania Girls High School, from Thika Town constituency, Kiambu County. On behalf of the substantive speaker and all the members of parliament, we welcome you to parliament together with your teachers who are present with you. Thank you. Okay, so we are on 1041. Okay, I propose the question that the sum not exceeding 213,322,947,260 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1041.
Programs under vote 1041, Defense.
I propose the question that the program under vote 1041, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. So where is the mover of the amendment? Chairperson, Budget and Appropriations Committee.
Madam Chair, I propose that the first schedule be amended in vote 1041, Ministry of Defense, under program 080100, by deleting the expression Kenya shillings 195,991,90000, appearing in column 6, gross current estimates, and substituting therefore the expression Kenya shillings 184,991,90000. Honorable Speaker, we are rationalizing the budget for Ministry of Defense because we realized, Madam Speaker, that we had given them more resources that they do not need at the moment. So this is the reason for this amendment.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the program Defense under vote 1041 be amended as proposed. Honorable members, I put the question that the program defense under vote 1041 be amended as proposed. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question that the program under vote 1041 as amended and sums allocated be approved. Next program.
Other programs under vote 1041 are 2, civil aid, 3, general administration, planning and support services, and 4, defense industrialization.
Second, I put the question. I propose the question that the programs under vote 1041 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the program under vote 1041 as amended and sums allocated be approved. I can proceed to put the question. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 222,322,947,260 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1041. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. Go to 1053.
Vote 1053, State Department for Foreign Affairs.
Honourable members, I propose a question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 25,297,556,978 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure, recurrent and development during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote number 1053 of the State Department of Foreign Affairs.
Programs under vote 1053, 1, General Administration, Planning and Support Services, 2, Foreign Relation and Diplomacy, 3, Economic and Commercial Diplomacy, and 4, Foreign Policy Research, Capacity Development, and Technical Cooperation.
All members, I propose that the question that the programs under vote 1053 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Honorable Wundo, 1 minute.
Chair, and I want to draw the attention of the Chair of Budget and Appropriation Committee, and if the Chair of the relevant committees are around, that we have quite a substantial amount under the current expenditure under the vote among the 0714-000, which would suggest a high level of payment of rent and the rest. Can we have an arrangement going in the future, Honorable Chair, where we can securitize or commit that
order,
money
members, order,
and build our own diplomatic missions and reduce the amount of rent that we have to pay to foreigners? Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Well said. All members, I put the question. The programs under vote 1053 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Last one of that opinion say aye. Last one of that opinion say nay. Ayes have it. All members, I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 25,297,000 556,978 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the current and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1053. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1054, State Department for Diaspora Affairs.
Honourable members, I propose a question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 717,827,342 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure recurring and development during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1054, that is for Department for Diaspora Affairs.
Programs under vote 1054, Management of Diaspora and Consular Affairs.
Oh, members, I propose a question that the program under vote 1054 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Oh, member, put the question that the program under vote 1054 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. As another opinion say aye. As another opinion say nay. Ayes have it. All members, I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 717,827,342 be issued from consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1054. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1064, State Department for Technical, Vocational Education and Training.
Members, I propose a question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 43,244,753,711 be issued on the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure for recurring and development during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1064, the State Department for Technical, Vocational Education and Training.
Programs under vote 1064.
All your horses. Go ahead.
Programs under vote 1064. 1. Technical Vocational Education and Training. 2. Youth Training Development. And 3. General Administration, Planning and Support Services.
Honourable members, I propose the question that the programs under vote 1064 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. The Honourable CNN.
Speaker, I'm perturbed. I'm disturbed. 15 constituencies actually committed CDF towards construction of technical institutes, and I've interrogated the budget. This money for completion of these taught institutes have not been factored. Mr. Speaker, it is painful. These taught projects are just there lying, wasting taxpayers' money, and we need consideration on the same. So, Mr. Speaker, we need guidance on this.
Thank you. Honourable Makali Mulu, 1 minute.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Even as we support this budget, and I totally agree with the Honourable CNN, but I think as we factor for the money to complete, let's also factor for the money. Let some of these amounts be used to equip the ones which are complete.
Where's the chairman
so
of
that they become
Education
operational.
Committee? The chairman budget, do you have anything you want to say on this? Chair budget.
Chair, the allocations under TVET is justified. We are provided for the resources necessary for enhancement of infrastructure in TVETs. I know that there's some communication which is going around on SMS to the effect that the TVET allocations were cut. That is not the situation. That's not the situation.
Okay.
I wish to confirm that we are provided for enough resources for TVETs.
The Honourable CNN take this up with the Education Committee Chair and the Chair Budget. All members, I put the question that the programs under vote 1064 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 43,244,753,711 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of vote 1064. Will as one of that opinion say aye? Will as one of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1065, State Department for Higher Education and Research.
All members, I propose the question that the sum of Kenya shillings 143 billion 734 million 996,323 232 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure, both recurring and development, during the year ending 30th June 2026, in respect of vote 1065, the State Department for Higher Education and Research.
Programs under vote 1065: 1. Education, University Education, and 2. General Administration, Planning and Support Services.
Members, I propose the question that the programs under vote 1065, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Members, I put the question that the programs under vote 1065, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings for 143 billion 734 million 996,232 Kenya shillings be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure, both recurrent and development, during the year ending 30th June 2026, in respect of vote 1065. Will as many of that opinion say aye? As many of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1066, State Department for Basic Education.
Members, I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 127 billion 552 million 220,456 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure, both recurring and development, during the year ending 30th June 2026, in respect of vote 1066.
Programs under vote 1066: 1. Primary Education, 2. Secondary Education, 3. Quality Assurance and Standards, 4. General Administration, Planning and Support Services.
Members, I propose the question that the programs under vote 1066, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. The Honorable Boy.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Chair, the report of the committee showed that there was questions by the Departmental Committee of Education, and I also had a meeting with the CS of Education about last week, and he was also complaining about the amount of money being provided for capitation. I want the Chair to confirm to the House whether we are giving enough money for our children to be able to have basic education, and whether there is also enough money for the examination of our children, which you know, Chair, when we were in this House, we actually amended the Basic Education Act and made sure that national exams are free. Let the Chair confirm to us whether that money is enough. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Undo, 1 minute.
Chair, likewise, I want to get from the Committee of Education, if the Chair is around, probably also from the Chair of back, on the issue of quality assurance, in terms if there have been sufficient funds set aside to employ quality assurance and standards officers to meet the shortfall of about 2,000 that now prevails in the country.
Thank you.
Because without the quality assurance and quality controls, the quality of education is going to continue dwindling over time, and Kenya will become uncompetitive at the international stage.
Thank you. Honorable Chair.
Chair, let me start with the exam fee. And I would like to say that, first of all, the government is currently engaged. Chair, I wish to draw your attention. Chair, I wish to draw your attention that on exams, we, as a House, we decided to allocate 5.9 billion for exams, knowing very well that that's not enough because we need about 11 billion for the full examination. But since we know that exam is not administered at once, there'll be preparation of exams itself, there'll then be logistics, and then there'll be payment of examiners. That will come later. So I'm sure, Honorable Speaker, that with 5.9 billion, we can start the process. But in the course of the year, the other resources will be provided. I can see the Chair of Education is also here. Secondly, on capitation, also, that capitation money is not released at once. It is money that is released throughout the year. So, Honorable Speaker, this House will later on appropriate the strategies in the course of the year. I would like to, Chair, you allow the Chairman of Education also to buttress the points that I've raised.
Chair, the issues that raised are the following. 1 is quality assurance, and 2, capitation, and 3, examinations. 1 minute for you.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I want to thank the Chair Budget because he has really understood what we presented before his committee. That we saw it fit that the students, there was no allocation for National Treasury on the issue of examinations, and we know very well that exams do not consume the 12 billion at once. We therefore allocated for the exams, logistic, printing, and all that for the 3 exams that will be done at the end of this year. That's around 5.9 billion shillings. 2, Chair, we also talked about the issue of quality assurance. Quality assurance, the government invests billions of shillings, about 200 billion shillings, yet we have no officers that quality assure this. And it's actually very expensive to have huge investment with no officers foreseeing what is going on. That's why we said that particular sector needs to be given enough resources. Lastly, Chair, on the issue of capitation, the total capitation for schools is around 100 billion shillings. We removed the 5 billion from that because we are not, the money is not capitated at once. It is capitated at 3 circles. So the first circle, I know it will have enough money. When it's at second circle, the money will be appropriated again by this house, and therefore there will be no problem. So no problem is going to be affected in that particular sector. I submit.
Members, I think you are well appraised of that, and therefore put the question that the programs under Vote 1066, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 127 billion 552,220,456 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure, both recurrent and development, during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1066 for the State Department for Basic Education. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1067, State Department for Science, Innovation and Research.
Members, I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 992 million. What is out of order? Yes, Honorable Boy.
An observation, Chair.
Yes.
You know, when you put the question, Chair, at the point of aye, you are louder than nay. So you have to regulate the volume.
I don't vote.
But you said,
I cannot
those
say.
who are saying aye, you said aye louder than nay.
The rebel boy, I don't know what you're talking about. the honorable member there is being mischievous, and he knows I'm not his cousin. So, honorable members, I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 992,865,404 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure, recurrent and development during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1067. State Department for Science, Innovation and Research.
Program under Vote 1067, Research, Science, Technology and Innovation.
Members, I propose the question that the program under Vote 1067, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the program under Vote 1067, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 992,865,404 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1067. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1071, the National Treasury.
Members, I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 111 billion 874,138,378 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure, both recurring and development, during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1071, the National Treasury.
Programs under Vote 1071. General Administration, Planning and Support Services.
Honorable Chair, you got amendments to this. Order. Order. Let the chair, honorable member, let the chair answer this. Honorable Chair. We are on Vote 1071, the National Treasury.
I have an amendment.
Yes.
Chair, I would like to move that the first schedule be amended in Vote 1071 National Treasury. 1, under the program 071700, General Administration Planning and Support Services, by deleting expression 58,341,110,090 appearing in column 6, gross current estimates, and substituting therefore the expression Kenya shillings 57,541,110,90. Then number 2, under program 071800, Public Financial Management, by deleting the expression Kenya shillings 24,613,592,652 appearing in column 7, gross capital estimates, and substituting therefore the expression Kenya shillings 25,413,592,652. Honorable Chair, the two amendments are aimed at reverting resources which had been taken away from budget reserve and contingency fund. These two funds are very important that we felt that it's necessary that we give them the maximum allocation. Chair, I support.
Honorable members, I have now proposed a question that the programs under Vote 1071, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved as be amended as proposed. Members, I propose a question that the programs for general administration, planning, support services, and public finance management under Vote 1071 be amended as proposed. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1071 as amended be amended as proposed. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it. All members, I now put the question. Just read all of them. I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1071 as amended and sums allocated be approved. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as another opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Programs under Vote 1071. 3, Economic and Financial Policy Formulation and Management and Market Competition.
Members, I propose a question that the programs under Vote 1071 as read out under the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I put the question, the programs under Vote 1071 as read out and the sums allocated be approved. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now put the question. There are some not exceeding Kenya shillings 111,871,138,378 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure, both recurring and development, during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1071, the National Treasury. Will as another opinion say aye? As many other opinions say nay? Ayes have it.
Vote 1072, State Department for Economic Planning.
All members, I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 63,39,629,483 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the expenditure, both recurring and development, during the year ending 30th June 2026 in respect of Vote 1072, the State Department for Economic Planning.
Programs under Vote 1072. 1, Monitoring and Evaluation Services. 2. National Statistical Information Services. 3. General Administration, Planning and Support Services. 4. Macroeconomic Policy, National Planning and Research. And 5. Sectoral and Intergovernmental Development and Planning.
Honourable members, I propose the question that the programs under vote 1072 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Honourable Wundo.
Chair, it is commendable that a substantial amount has been placed under capital expenditure of 58 billion, close to 59 billion. Can the chair of Budget and Appropriation Committee give us an assurance that this is not money on paper, that the money will actually flow and do the work that's supposed to do, unlike what has happened in just this financial year, we are just about to conclude. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, CDF.
Back.
Chair Honorable Wundo likes to do politics with this budget process. And Honorable Wundo, you know you are my brother. There is an opinion poll that comes at the end of every year about how many times somebody